Have you ever wondered how an entire nation could fall under the sway of a single, destructive ideology? Let's take a journey back in time to a period that forever changed the world. Nazi Germany, also known as the Third Reich. It all began on January 30th, 1933. Germany, still reeling from World War I and the Great Depression, saw Adolf Hitler appointed as Chancellor. This wasn't a sudden coup, it was a political appointment. But what followed was a swift and ruthless consolidation of power. The Nazi Party began systematically eliminating all political opposition. When President Paul von Hindenburg died in August 1934, Hitler merged the roles of Chancellor and President, declaring himself the sole Führer, or leader, of Germany. A national referendum confirmed his absolute authority, and his word became law, superseding all existing legal structures. The government wasn't a unified body but a collection of factions, all vying for Hitler's favor. Economically, the Nazis seemed to work miracles at first. During the depths of the Great Depression, they poured money into military spending and massive public works projects, like the famous Autobahn highway system. Mass unemployment vanished, and economic stability returned. This apparent success won them significant popular support. But beneath this veneer of progress lay a dark and hateful core: racism, particularly anti-Semitism. The Nazis promoted the idea of a master race, the Germanic, or Aryan, people. Anyone deemed inferior or undesirable, especially Jewish people, but also millions of others, faced persecution and terror. This ideology was drilled into the public consciousness through every aspect of life. Education was overhauled to focus on racial biology and military fitness. Women's roles were confined to the home, their career and educational opportunities severely limited. Even leisure was controlled, with programs like Strength Through Joy organizing entertainment. The 1936 Berlin Olympics were a grand spectacle, a carefully orchestrated performance to showcase the Reich's supposed strength and unity to the world. Propaganda Minister Joseph Goebbels was a master of manipulation, using film, mass rallies, and Hitler's powerful speeches to shape public opinion and control the hearts and minds of the German people. As its internal power grew, Nazi Germany's aggression turned outward. It began making aggressive territorial demands, threatening war if they weren't met. In 1938, Germany annexed Austria, followed by the invasion of Czechoslovakia in 1939. Then, after signing a non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union's Joseph Stalin, Hitler invaded Poland in September 1939. This act ignited the flames of World War II in Europe. Allied with other Axis powers, Germany conquered most of Europe by 1940. While the war raged on, the regime's racist policies escalated into the unimaginable horror of the Holocaust. Millions of Jews and other minorities were systematically rounded up, imprisoned in concentration camps, and murdered in extermination camps. In June 1941, Hitler betrayed his pact with Stalin and launched a massive invasion of the Soviet Union. Initially, the German forces saw staggering success. However, the tide began to turn in 1943. The Soviet Red Army mounted a fierce resistance, and Allied bombing campaigns intensified. The Nazi war machine was forced into retreat across Eastern and Southern Europe. After the D-Day landings and the liberation of France in 1944, Germany found itself squeezed between the Allies in the West and the advancing Soviets in the East. Even as defeat became inevitable, Hitler refused to surrender. In the final desperate months of the war, he ordered the complete destruction of Germany's own infrastructure, a final act of spite that prolonged the suffering. In May 1945, with Allied forces closing in, Nazi Germany was finally defeated, bringing an end to the war in Europe and a 12-year reign of terror that left an indelible scar on human history. Studying this dark chapter is not about dwelling on the past, but about understanding how it happened, so that we can ensure such atrocities are never repeated. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a like and subscribe for more historical deep dives. See you next time.